will apologize in advance if this is blowing out your eardrums, and we're testing a new video setting in terms of volume, so I'm going to be adjusting it accordingly for the first couple, well, not first couple minutes, but give it like a minute or two while I adjust it. I've got it in my ears, but it's on delay, so I'm seeing how good or bad it is right now. Game melody is pretty dang strong. Let's lower it to about here. See how it sounds. At least it's good music we get to listen to while we're waiting on this to cooperate. You may also notice that there is some slight difference in the picture of the... Hey, don't even think about it. Don't you dare turn off. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad for audio. We'll go there. We'll go there. That sounds good. Alright. Let's close that. Reopen it. And get started here. Welcome back, everybody, to the Radiant Dawn Coinflip run. If you're not aware how this run works, you can obviously hit an exclamation mark rules, but I'll go over it once at the start here to give you guys a bit of a baseline idea of how it works. As you can see, we're already in part 3 and a pretty decent chunk of the way into it as well. The way this works is whenever there's a new character introduced to the game that is playable, not the allied version, but when they actually show up as a playable character, then I will use a chat command to flip a coin. I call tails at the start of the project, so if it lands on tails, that character is allowed to be used as they would in any other normal playthrough. If it lands on heads, then it will be a character that cannot be used at all other than for minimal standards. What that means is if a character is forced into a stage and they have to be brought in, then they'll be brought in but they can't fight. They'll pretty much be relegated to the corner and can't do anything of the sort. If they have any objective they need to complete, they are only allowed to do that. The only other exception to bringing characters into stages are if they are required to be brought in to talk to somebody to recruit them or do some sort of action in order to recruit another character. Outside of that, they are not allowed to be used at all. So, with that being said, I'm actually going to click on the audio on my end so I can hear this a little bit. Because even though you guys can hear it, it is completely void of sound on my end. Though I could probably... Well, no, we'll just keep it like that. Honestly, it sounds fine there. That way I actually get to play in real time for the sound. Not that it matters for a game like this, but, you know. So when we last left our intrepid heroes, we were inside of, well, pretty much hell. The volcano area. Which isn't too bad of a stage, all things considered. But let's just go ahead and get it knocked out. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure she's allowed in this stage. Like, just check for weapons. Reese is... Yeah, because Randolph landed on no, but I have to bring him into the stage. Okay, so let's see. Titanium, Boyd, Godfrey, Mia, Reese is down here. Mia, Nefni, Brahm. I'm not taking Mordecai, Kaiser, or Liar in with me, because they're awful. Lances win. It's kind of a mishmash of things over there. We'll just leave Titania to deal with that. Who's Titania sporting with right now? Ike. Oh, well then, no big deal. Godfrey. Yeah, so we'll do that. That'll work. Might as well give it a shot. Hopefully between this and next week we'll be done with part 3, depending on how many attempts it takes me to do each stage. Because I know we've got that stage with the Crimean Knights coming up pretty soon. Because I think Heart of Crimea might be 3-10. And so if that's 3-10, then the next stage, 3-9, is the other Crimean one. So my primary goal for this stage is going to be to try to get Brahm and Nefni both to Class 3. If If I can get Boyd there as well and Gotcha there as well, great, but those are the main two that I want to get up to Class 3. Because the only Class 3 unit I have outside of Titania is Edward that I promoted early. But there should be enough enemies in this stage to pull that off. And that's... I mostly want to get him to Class 3 for the stage after... Or, no, I guess it would be part of Crimea, because you control the Ground Mercenaries for that, but it's kind of a mess, to say the least, because the Crimean units are in the stage as other units, and they don't really know what they're doing. Seems to be a running theme for allied units in the Fire Emblem history of they don't know what they're doing. Why not? That's why not, right. Try to do something the easy way, and of course it doesn't work. Good grief. There we go. 19. $20. Props to that enemy for basically saying, you can't kill me, I quit. If I had somehow missed, he would have died when the next turn started. There goes the hand axe. Why would you bring a fire mage into the volcano? Maybe they thought it would raise his ability, I don't know. They thought they'd pull a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Kingdom and thought he got a field power bonus or something, I don't know. Ah, Duelist Kingdom, back in the days when the rules were, there were absolutely no rules at all. What a time we lived in. Oh, right, I totally forgot to put corrosion on, Nethany. Well, rest in peace, that guy. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are you excited for Harlem GX? Oh yeah, I'm one of the few people I know that actually likes Jade and Yuki. I think it's refreshing, especially after the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Saga, to have a main character that's not all, like, shy or depressed or whatever. It's nice to have that, you know, that difference. But no, I think houses will be... I hope it will be good. I think their whole gimmick idea, I just hope they don't do it wrong, but I get a sneaking suspicion they might, because I'm not big on the new Fire Emblem games for a couple reasons, so I'm hoping it will change things up in a way that works better for the series as a whole. That works. The only downside with Boyd, before he hits Reaver, he kind of needs to be babysat a little bit. Really? He missed an armored unit? Man, I knew he shouldn't have gone out drinking with the boys last night. Went out drinking with his older brother because his older brother didn't have work the next day. Better idea, let's do this. That's gonna be the highest hit. Alright, we'll go with that then. Oh, it's because he has a sword, that's why. For some reason, I thought that guy also had an axe, so I figured just with unit types alone that it should have been really hard for that guy to miss. So I can lure that mage over here. Oh, Mr. Mage, playing out with me. He's just gonna keep running, isn't he? He's gonna go all the way home. Something is just funny about seeing 2 reinforcements like that appear in a stage like this, where it's just like, yeah, we're gonna send a bunch of units into that volcano, and then after a while it's like, maybe we should send like 2 guys to make sure that they're okay. It's like, even if there was a battle going on, do you really think 2 extra units in a volcano would make that much of a difference? This is definitely the upside to using minimalist units, though. It's like, by and large, I'm just cutting through these guys like butter, and it's wonderful. Like, on easy mode, you would be doing that by now, but on normal, if you're using a lot of characters, you know, you're not going to be able to one-round most things. It also helps that I have the hammer weapon, and there's a lot of knights, or whatever you want to call them. I just used to calling them knights. I will give that to the Radiant Dawn Path of Radiance. I hate the fact that the mounted units are called knights, like Sword Knight, Lance Knight, Axe Knight, and then the regular ones are just called knights. That's really confusing for new-time players. As you've seen if you've been watching our blind playthrough of Path of Radiance, where I keep struggling to say cavalry or cavalier or whatever instead of knight. He was never known. That's true, he was not known for his military strategy. He was known for being a jerk, having a weird light spell that could poison, and having crazy 80s perm hair. I say that like mine isn't due for a haircut either. I really need to get one in like the next week or two. I mostly wait in the winter because it can get so cold here in the Panhandle that it's kind of a case of like, well, if you keep it long, the wind won't be as bothersome, but once it gets warm, you better hope you have your hair cut short. Because it's going to be awful if you don't. Yeah, he's almost at 20. Alright. Get the mage! He got a corrosion to break his weapon before he could attack me. Nice. The rest of the map. Yeah, they're mostly gone. Just kind of that big, like, clump of them that's in the bottom right, and that's about it. Oh, right, the boss totally moves on this stage on normal. I always forget that, because he doesn't in easy. I wonder if you could convince him to, like, walk onto the, or trap him in, like, one of the fire tiles and kill him that way. The boss, that is. You probably could. That's 20 as well. Alright, I'm gonna take a defensive approach to this section. Now let's see if they come to us. Surely somebody will take the bait. Yeah, here they come. Knew somebody would take the bait. Interesting choice. Could have just, you know, attacked from a range and not had to worry about getting hit, but alright. Let's see if we can get the level right here now. Ah, so close. Sure, why not? Come up here? No, they're not. Okay. I think I'm going to get these two a little bit set up more and see if I can get some of the units here to back off, because I don't want to get, like, stuck right in here. I don't think I'm going to need this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Watch me be wrong, and actually, it was a really good thing I did this. I hope that wasn't a mistake. I think this is the first time you run into a druid in normal mode that's not the boss from the burning the supply camp thing. And apparently they are not doing a very good job. Ah, here they come around the back end. Also, what's up, Katana? Welcome. You're about to watch... I think we've got, like, 3 people that are in very close range that are about to class change. Nephany, Braum, Gautry, and I think Boyd are all at level 20 right now. Nephany's gonna get it this turn. Braum's pretty close. Boyd's at 18, but Gautry's at 20. That'll be enough to get Sentinel. Fabulous. How's the RNG training? Actually, not too bad. Like the units that I had, even though they're minimal, have really just kind of cut through about all the units with no problem, even on normal. That's the upside to playing with low units. You may not have as many numbers, but because they're being trained more, because the experience doesn't get divvied up as much, as a result, they usually get levels a lot better. Oh hey, there's the boss. Oh, hey, look, the boss is gonna die at the start of the next turn. Aw, come on. That was gonna be funny. I was really hoping the event was going to kill him, or the... What's the word I'm looking for? The environment. He's gonna get enviro killed. Oh, well. He gets the healer. Alright. Victory's route, so it doesn't matter if I kill the boss now or later. I'll probably go for him now. Can I weaken this guy without killing with Nephany? No. I was hoping that'd be enough, but oh well. And I'm gonna take the points from the fire damage. Well, actually, if I could do this. Yeah, we'll just do this. There we go. I knew it'd end up like this. I mean, you stepped on the fire tile, so I also knew it would end up like that. This is probably going to be the last round for these guys. I don't think they're going to last much longer. Let's just use a hammer on this guy. Oh, he's actually gonna survive that. Alright, we'll just go get this one then. Freaking sword users. Also, hello, I think that's Enos. Enos 3000, or 300C. The font on my iPad for your name is really weird because it just picks one at random. but welcome. And there we go, that'll do it. I saw a while ago you were playing XD, how was that? It was good, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed XD quite a bit. The first time I played it, I really didn't care for it. And then the second time I played it, I actually enjoyed it a lot more. Because that was kind of in the era where I was that way with a lot of games, like with Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, I was that way. But then when I actually played it on stream, I had a lot of fun playing it. It was really good. I still enjoy the parts that I enjoyed previously, and I still have the same criticisms that I had for it previously, which is stuff like City Dark Isle is way too long, and it's probably about a third of the story is there, in terms of just how long it takes to get through all the trainers. Okay, so based on... I could switch the units around, but it's only going to be for this one stage, so I'll just say them out loud. For reference's sake, who we cannot use in the stage is Joffrey, Makalov, Astrid, and Khalil. So Kieran, Marcia, and Danvid are the only 3 that we're allowed to use. I'm considering saving the experience. Oh shoot, did I get... I think I picked it up. I did pick it up, okay, good. I'm gonna stick that on Marcia so she can't get killed by arrows. I'm seriously considering using the Master Crown of one of these 3 to get them up to either, well, whatever that is, Sentinel or Gold Knight. And I'm kind of leaning towards Kieran or Marcia for it, because they've got better movement than Danvid does. Sure, why not? Any thoughts on what oh, I'm definitely taking that. Putting storage for later. Any thoughts on who I should use that crown on, or if I shouldn't use it at all? I feel like I'm not going to be using any of these guys for endgame. Any of these 3, so I probably should use it now. Because I think this is the last stage that the Crimean Knights play in, where they're not teamed up with the rest of your army for Part 4. If they do team up, they team up with the Grail Mercenaries, and so they've got more backup than just the 3 of them. I keep going the wrong one. I guess I can take that off Joffrey, I didn't think about that. That is one thing I'm allowed to do with the units that I can't use. I am allowed to take skills off of them. And I'm definitely taking the hill off of her, because that's a very good skill. I want that for later. I think I'm going to put Paragon and Kieran, and hopefully that will get him level-wise to where he can do pretty well here. I think I'm going to save, just in case. I'm not going to do that yet. I want to check actual items. You need a ranged weapon. He should be okay. Class up Kieran, you should save the class. Yeah, normally I would save them as well, but since, like, I'm not going to use all the characters, because the way this is going to work in Part 4 is when we get to Part 4 units, on screen I'll just have who's usable, because it's going to be, like, a huge amount of players at that point, and if the player isn't on screen, then they're not usable. So when I get to the end, I'm just going to pick who I want from the usable units, and I'm likely not going to be I'm not going to be bringing Kieran, Marcia, or Danvid, definitely will be bringing Danvid, into the endgame. The odds of that happening are incredibly low. I've never been a big fan of the Pegasus Knights anyway. Marcia is not horrible as far as Pegasus Knights go. Danvid will definitely not be going into endgame. There's no way. Nefani's just so much better than he is. Like, Kieran might be, but if I remember correctly, it does, like, the last areas don't really favor horseback that well. Because the reason I'd give it to Astrid, not Kieran, is at least Kieran's a couple levels higher. He's got better survivability. Mostly from just from general stats, and then Marcia's got Nullify for her skill. He can get experience faster because of Paragon. I think she's going to be in more trouble in this stage. Archers aside, I think she'll take more damage than Kieran will. I think Kieran will be okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Aura, is just like for whenever I'm like in a spot where I need like a class 3 unit, whether to keep them alive or just to boost the team. Oh man, I need to get better healing items as well. I'll just take in herbs on everybody too. So if the option comes up, then I've got it. There's nothing left in the shop I wanted, right? Screw it, I might need that later. I know there's a ton you can buy later, but they'll still be for the same price. I might as well get it now. Yeah, I'm gonna save the experience. I'm gonna save it for later. Save it for a unit I actually want to use it on. We'll see how this goes. Alright, it's you 3 plus Geoffrey, who'll be just hanging out in the back. Well, sort of hanging out in the back. The thing is, there's reinforcements for enemies that appear here. So when that happens, I'll probably set the targeting on the allies from Halt to do whatever you want. And then let them take care of that, and I'll move Geoffrey, like, probably around here, because reinforcements appear here as well. Kieran's gonna kind of just take out this area, or Danvid will, one of the two. The problem is here, if I remember correctly... Oh, it's not. Okay, I was gonna say one of the defeat conditions is if all the houses burn down, but I guess not. I thought it was. Good start. Only for bonus. Okay, that works. Because I know they can get set on fire, but if you put them out in time with a command, then they're fine. But I think they can also be relit on fire. But they have to be burning for like 3 turns for them to actually get KO'd. Good. Use that for later. That might be a mistake, but I'm gonna see what happens first. Because I know he's gonna get targeted by like 8 different dudes. Or they could just almost completely ignore him. That's also fine. Okay. Not where I would have gone to try and fire at Marcia, but, you know. Let's just put him out of his misery. The only upside is the turns go by incredibly fast because there's only 3 units to command. I'm not worried about the actual regular soldiers. They're not going to be able to do squat, and they're going to get double attacked by everything. Yeah, here come the reinforcements. I guess I can send David down here. Try and do a little bit of damage. Because these allied units are not gonna... They're not gonna be very useful. Wind edge? Yeah. Alright, then we'll do this. Really, if they could take out the sniper, then I'd be okay. Alright, that works. I can get the other guy out. That healer is sacrificing his life to save Geoffrey right now. I hope he realizes that. Like, I appreciate him doing that, but yeah, that was a suicide move if I've ever seen one. That's the top taken care of. Mostly taken care of, anyway. So yeah, praise him for taking out the sniper, and then all 3 of them missed the axe user. I still gotta go back and get those guys, though. I'd like for his speed to go up for him to be able to survive a little bit better. Stay down here for a hot minute. Dude, don't be going and setting that house on fire. What do you think you're doing? Sure, take a level, why not? That was actually a pretty good level, too. I have to wait a turn here. Alright. Next. Oh, you're just concerned about going and setting the houses on fire. Maybe that's what the soldiers do. Maybe they're the ones that have the commands to set the houses on fire. That'd be one way to program it, I guess. I appreciate you going for Marcy and not the guy with really low health. Yeah, I knew it was gonna break. That's alright. Let's go here. You come after me, you're just gonna hang there. So he's just gonna hang there. $16. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let one of those houses burn. I think probably two of them, actually. But that's not surprising, seeing as I'm playing with half the team I normally would here. Oh, it's actually giving me another turn? Alright. I didn't think it'd be that generous. I figured that house would burn down at the start of my turn there. Let's get that guy out. Oh, cool. Sure, why not? See if Danvid can one-man army this little team over here. I'd say you can do it and I believe in you, but he could potentially do it, but I don't believe in him at all. Unless I'm forgetting a different soldier, halberdier, sentinel, I think he's the worst in the game. Because I think it's just Nephany, Aaron, and him. Don't go that far. Let's go, like, right here. Since we're flirting with disaster at this point. I'm not sure what those soldiers over here are doing. I thought they were going to go up the wall or something, but they're just kind of hanging out. Steel lances, okay. What you got? Well, at least I was right about the Paragon skill. He did get a pretty good chunk of levels throughout this stage. Is That's 17 right there, correct? Yeah. Hello, boys. I see you're over here just staring at the wall. Ugh, freaking chair. Need to figure out what's going on with the hydraulics with this thing. It just, like, it keeps dropping down randomly. I know that's, like, not too hard of a fix. I just need to actually go and do it. Yeah. I knew I wouldn't be able to save all the houses. The fact that I only lost one, I'm actually kind of impressed with. Yeah, just convoy. I don't think there's any more reinforcements, so we should be good. I'm gonna use this anyway, just in case I get caught off guard. This is pretty much just gonna be a turn of healing. Now that we don't have to worry about this halberdier as much, let's go kill him. Hello, guy with spear. What a weenie, using a healing item. Fight like a man. Die like a man. He's probably just gonna do the exact same thing, isn't he? Yeah. Let's see if we can try something a little bit different to prevent him from using his healing item here. Let's see if he's above half health, he won't do it. There we go, there's the mistake I was waiting for. Adios, sucker. Not too bad. Wow, that actually gives you good experience for keeping the houses alive. Meanwhile, some story things happened. We skipped them because it would take forever, and we'd probably still be in part 2, maybe even 1, if we didn't. That, and if you're watching a challenge run, you're probably not watching the game for your first time unless the run is completely blind. Alright, so we're back to this team again. I usually go to the shop first, see what we've got here. Absolutely squat. Alright, cool. That's good to know. So Ike, you're still gonna be doing nothing for a little while. Boyd, you're actually fine with what you have. I don't think anybody lost anything too terribly important they didn't have a backup for. We'll get him another healing item. That's about it. Yeah, we really didn't lose that much in terms of items here. Wrong store. Oh, wait. I think Gotcher's about to have a weapon break on him, isn't he? Yeah, the Steel Lance is about to break. Jeez, those aren't looking that great either. It's times like this I wish he could just combine like the weapon durabilities on two things and get his javelin back up to 15, but oh well. You know, just on the off chance. In all honesty, I think we'll be fine for that, but just in case, you never know. Oh, we can have some supports down here. Soren, who can you support with? Here, you can support with Rolf. That's like two of my favorite characters from the Grimm Mercenary side. Support you two together, because I feel like Oscar's the only person that can put up with you. We'll get Heather interested in a different girl. I don't think there's anything there. 40 XP. Really, at this point, why not? Might as well. Get up to Marshall. Song, second verse. Do you remember what weapon Braum gets when he promotes? I think he gets a different weapon type he can use. I think it's sword. Oh, he just gets all three of the basics. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, it's Boyd and Mia. They're the only two left that are really still in class 2. Her stats actually aren't too bad for 17. Yeah, he's a little bit short on most things, but really the only thing he's not high on at all is luck. And as long as luck's decent, really, you're fine. Skills. We took everything off everybody that we weren't using. Yes. So it's just Blossom for the human players. Alright. So am I right? Is this Heart of Crimea? Yeah, this is Heart of Crimea. This is one of my first playthrough. When I did this, I had to replay the stage a lot. Alright, let's have a look here. Really, I'm just hoping that these guys can kind of hold their own across the top. Normally, I'd send Har up here to kind of support them, but since that's not really an option this time, we'll do something a little bit different. Alright, let's go save the queen. Eh. Not a bad first turn, if I do say so myself. Got a good defensive wall on the bottom. Really, there's not much you can do to avoid getting those two guys to try and attack Alencia. Unless I don't know if he can bring Rayson in this stage. If he could, you could get Har like kind of close, and then Brayson could use Vigor and probably kill one of them. But even then, I don't think you can get both. I don't think there's a way you can manage to do that. But I could be wrong. Also, since they're taking their turn, let's add a little bit more room onto the screen for you guys to see. Really, I'm probably going to change like the bottom overlay since I've got the new... There we go. The new update for things now. That have all my social links at the bottom. So that'll give you a little bit more game space to actually watch the game. And really, I've already kind of addressed that for when I don't have to have toolbars up. I guess there's something I could try real quick. I'm going to do it on turn 2, though. Because this is unfortunately a stage that takes a long time, because there's a lot of other units to move. Zelgius, they disobeyed your orders. The dastards. What's that for her? 18? Alright. Cool. Strength. Always welcome. Too far. Yeah, let's go that. Good level. I'll take it. Don't think he's got a hammer. No, Braum has it. Alright. Get him! What bastardly dastards. I love the fact that they had to replace bastard with dastard. That's just hilarious to me. Unless dastard is an actual insult, I don't know. I feel like if it was, it would just be like, if you looked it up, be like, it's an alternate way to say bastard, basically. There goes that guy's weapon. He won't be needing it where he's going. I probably just lost, actually, because I think Reese is about to get killed. So while Reese is getting his butt handed to him, let's see if it'll actually... This is more just so how, like, let me know how it looks on screen. I'm messing with a couple things right here. Which you won't see any adjustment until I get that taken care of. But we'll see how it looks. Oh no, not Astrid. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but if an other unit dies in this, they're fine, right? I'm pretty sure they are, because you have no control over what they do in the first place. If they're not, I'll reset, but as far as I remember, I think they're okay. Let's move it right here. Oh, I thought I adjusted that one. Come on. I shot with the Impale, Nethany. Also, either they went for Reese and missed, and I didn't see it, or they didn't go for Reese. Maybe there's a way I can adjust the font color so that looks a little bit better. Really, the green looks fine. It's only the red that's not that great. Other thing... Where is it? Alright, how does that look for window capture? That's basically messing around and taking out the typical overlay I had and kind of messing with it, so stuff's on the game window, but the game window itself is larger, so how does it look? I like how the enemy faction is all named Cubert. It makes me think they're all named Cubert. Or Colbert. Oh, is that just like the name of the boss guy, I'm guessing? The one that defied Zelgius and basically committed suicide? Oh, it's not. Okay. Let me get a little bit of back room cleared out here to heal Void before I do anything crazy. Just enough to not get him. Oh, that works. I don't think I can move anybody very safely without putting Reese in danger, because then they could just go up and through right there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just that one guy, though. I'll take the gamble, because this guy's gonna be dead, so... The one guy that's close enough to might just try to run and heal anyway, so might be okay. And yeah, it could be hard to read against certain backdrops. That's why I'm going to kind of mess with it whenever the enemy / others are working on it. It's mostly the red from what it looks like on my end, though. The green looks largely okay. I might up the color on it a bit. Now it looks a little bit better. It's just because most of the greens aren't very prominent, because it's like late fall in the game. Or even early winter, because it's snowing in the last chapter of Part 3. Shadow on it or something. I'm almost scared to see what this does. Oh, never mind. Does it look better as like a duller red that's just really bright, or like a light color, or should it just be a sharp red like it is there? I'm kind of leaning towards the former. So something like that. Alright, now it's back to my turn. I'll mess with it in a second. Down here, so we should be fine to attack. Hey, there's a class change for Boyd. Yeah, he'll actually be pretty dang good. See if you can heal your way out of this sucker. I'll switch it back then. Actually, I wonder if I can find... See, I'm trying to think in terms of, like, Microsoft PowerPoint, and that's never a good idea. Oh, right, I have it open. I can just read it there. Well, see, it looks less legible to me, but maybe that's just me. Alright, back to the game. Why would she move towards it? I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Rushing in with no weapon clearly is a good idea. I'm surprised Mia held her own better than Titania did, despite being a Class 2 unit in favor of Class 3. I like how she almost just died in one hit there. I don't know why that was so funny, but it was. I don't know if that sniper moves up there now, but if he was smart, he would, and it would be over right then and there. Oh, no, not that. I know someone made this image up, but it's really funny because it's based on Fire Emblem, so I have to say it, and it's in one of the supports. Again, it's fake, I'm pretty sure. But it says, my girlfriend is like the square root of -100, a solid 10, but also imaginary. Well played. As a math major, I can appreciate that joke. The reason I say it's fake is because girlfriend is capital G, capital F in the image. But it's still funny. Let's try this. That could work. I'm just like totally making my own. I'm like not paying attention to the stage at all. We'll see how the end result works because I've got some time to mess with this right now. Should probably try looking for. I don't know about using that. Kind of like the one I had. Other phase. Don't screw it up, boys. Joffrey, what did I just get through saying, man? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick to what I got. I'm gonna be smart about it for once. Make sure I have the right window open. If you guys have been just watching what I'm doing, then like you'd be like, what in the world is he doing right now? Like not paying any attention at all to what's going on. Let's do that. actually got it on the second try. Wow. Alright. Back to the game. I've been paying attention to what's going on, I swear. Alright, let's see if we can keep some of our friends over here alive before they get themselves killed. Boyd can hit a little bit harder from his promotion. He'll be alright, knocking out the armored units. Oh, hey, look, a sniper. Oh, he has a hammer. Oh, I've already committed now because I did the support conversation. Alright, luck be a lady tonight. Cool. That works. Have we gotten to the point where the guys up there are going to be like, well, we're about to lose, we should leave. Yep, there it is. Try that. Die in his name. You just going for a random dude? Yep, you totally are. Wow. I'm proud of you. What a hero to mankind. Yes, I know. I don't know why you're asking about transparency. It's not gonna matter here. I'm gonna apologize in advance in case something just flies up on the screen randomly here, because it's probably about to. Oh yeah, it's about to. Holy cow. My bad. Tall did it make this thing in the preset? Good lord. Alright. My question is it going to let me get any transparency here? Am I going to have to make it in the... No, it's good. Alright. In that case, let's remove it real quick. Well, no, we'll go back to the game first. I'm basically going to put heavy transparency on that image so you can still see through it, but it'll make the text a little bit more readable. Wow, strength and defense. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Let's get this guy out before he kills me. This is route, correct? Yeah, it is. Okay. So what happens when you're an archer and you decide to just hang out right in the middle of a fight like this? Good, I've been waiting for that sneeze to get out for like the last 13 minutes. Ah, sweet relief. You know, silver bow. Yeah, we'll be sure to use that. For all the archers that we don't have that are all just hanging out, not able to be used at all. I think the closest thing we have to an archer is Boyd, who can use the crossbow. I think that's it. Oh, I thought there was one more enemy for some reason. I guess that was it. My mistake. And yeah, for whatever reason, Heart of Crime gives you like a truckload of experience for keeping all the other units alive. Which really, as long as they don't do anything stupid, isn't that hard. But I guess therein lies the problem. Alright. There's another Master Crown. There's some money. There's an imbue for Kieran or Oscar being, or for Kieran being an idiot. I think Oscar tries to give it to him. Yeah, so now we've got the Crimean Knights to fall back on if we want to, which is just these three. Oops, wrong way on the thing there. Oh, right, I forgot she gets swords when she promotes. These three probably aren't going to get used that much. This is more of just a... like, they're there if I need them, if anything. But I also don't want them hogging the experience. I'm going to get you one more axe, because in case that steel axe goes down, all he's got for the normal ones is iron pole axe. I'm not going to do silver, because it's kind of expensive. I know I just got a bunch of money, but... other units doing something stupid, perish the thought. Yeah, really, they'd never do something so foolhardy, of course. That would never happen. Except all the time. No, I'm not going to give it to you, I was going to get the Void. I think we're good on other stuff. Just let me check across the board real quick. Yeah, pretty good. Could probably stand to give you another weapon. Why not? Let's just go all out for her. Silver Sword. Wind Edge. And I'm not gonna get her a second one, but let's just go around here. He's good on stuff. I'll probably need to trade Vulneraries to one that's got more use, or just give him a second one with minimal use. And yeah, I guess Astrid's fine. She's just... I wonder if it bumped her down here because she just died in that stage? Because shouldn't she be up with all the other Crimean Knights, like, up in, you know, like, this kind of area here? I know, Joffrey isn't here because he goes back to... he basically guards Castle Crimea from this part until you meet up with him later in part 4. Check shop. Thoron's alright, but we're not using Sorin, so... or Ileana, for that matter. So that doesn't really seem too terribly important. I'd almost be tempted to just give her the level now. The only thing I really want for her to get additionally would be defense. Because she's capped in HP, right now, HP, strength, skill, speed, so she's going to get 3 points, so she's basically going to miss 1 point. And the only one I would really like her to not miss is defense, so you know what? Watch me not get it here. Watch it not be defense. Oh, it was defense. Alright, cool. While that's playing, let's work on that thing I said I was going to do. Just staring directly at the screen, that's actually kind of creepy. Whoa, don't... I don't even know what that command is in PowerPoint, but I know I don't want you doing it. So I'm not adding a comment to it? No. Undo that and get that out of there. I don't even know what it's trying to do. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. No, that's shadow transparency. Yeah, I'll figure it out in a second. I'll do for him. Keep doing that. Worst case scenario, if this javelin doesn't give me any use on Marcy, I'll just give it to Nephany. I don't think there's any skills I wanted to, like, move over. I think everybody was fine as they were. It would just be moving one of these three. Or one of these two, rather. Oh, that's probably why they didn't go for Reese. I totally forgot he had Shade on him. That's probably why they didn't do anything. I don't know why that didn't come to mind, but it didn't. Alright, what stage is this one? 11? Just cause... I don't remember the stage. Oh no! I remember it now! So the good news is you get Ragnell. Bad news is it's the bridge, isn't it? It's totally the bridge. I hope I'm wrong. Please be wrong. I'm not wrong. It's the bridge. Oh, come on. So, that's problematic. But we do have two new characters, Sigrun and Tanith, unless it dropped another character in here that I might be at the bottom I don't see. Nope, just these two. Alright. We'll start with Sigrun. Frickin' bridge level. Of course it's the bridge level. Why would I expect anything else? Can use Sigrun. Yay? I don't really care for the Peg Knights. I mean, I guess her stats are good starting out, so that's something. Strength's a bit low. Tanith will not be used. Does she still have Reinforce like she did in the previous game? No. That was like the best thing about Tanith, was that she had Reinforce. Alright, they're both required in the stage, mind you. So as a result, they will still be on the stage. Alright. So for our units. Marcy kind of has to be here just because she can fly. It doesn't help that we got 2 slots taken up by characters we can't use. Maybe Kieran? She'll fly. Yeah, that's true. Normally it'd be hard, but that's not an option now. Do I want to take Kieran in here to try to get him to Gold Knight at least? Because here's the thing, even if I don't use him when we get to part 4 and we have to split up, I might want him at class 3 for that alone. Because even a character that's not that great, if they're at class 3, at least they can, like, help defend areas. So that's gonna be my logic for taking him in the level. Yeah. I think this is our best set. So the reason why I didn't take Reese is he's too frail. Danvit's a combination of a little frail and also can't move that far. And there's gonna be holes in the ground. Really, the person that's going to struggle the most is Gotri and Braum, but at least they've got incredibly high defense to kind of counterbalance that. She specializes in lances or swords when she starts? I don't remember. No, it is lances. Well, since we're not using Danvid... There we go. I might actually end up using Sigrun at least a little bit. It honestly just depends, so... I cannot believe how giant my eyebrows are. Seriously, I should have just shaved them off years ago. Alright. Also, I can't wait for Icarus to get to this stage in Path of Radiance. It's gonna be great. She's not that far away from the desert level, though. We might be seeing that tomorrow, which I am very much looking forward to because I'm cruel. I think I'm just gonna go with a wall here for the time being. Try to learn a lesson for once and play carefully here. Sure, you can, like, hang out there, I guess. I'd take you to seize the area, so... Alright. There's nobody I need to class change other than Kieran, so I might as well let him just go for it. Yeah, still enough for level. What's up, nerd? Who needs the weapon triangle? I don't need no weapon triangle. So I can line this up to... that. One, two. Alright, one it is. Alright, Ike Poo. What? Sorry, I'm looking at this guide for how to make a picture transparent in PowerPoint. It's really weird. I don't remember doing it that way. Sure, why not? Let's try. Or you can miss. That's fine, too. Nefany, show 'em how it's done. Already know what's about to happen, so might as well. Oh, hey, guys. How's it going? I can't command them to do anything else, so that's good. Forgot there was a hole there. Okay. That's how they want you to do it? Okay. That seems a bit dumb, but if you say so. Yeah, it works. Alright, if you say so. We'll try that for the time being and see how it works, but after I'm done with my turn. It's a great time to be working on all this stuff instead of, you know, just doing it after, but... really, half the battle is... Have we checked to see if Leanne's usable yet? I don't think we have. No, we have. She showed up in part 2. Never mind. Never mind. It took me a second to remember that. I'll teach you, mage. How does that look? Should I make it a little bit more transparent or leave it like that? I'm feeling like I should make it a little bit more transparent. For reference's sake, if you want to give me an actual number on transparency, that's at exactly 50% transparency right now. I figured I'd just start there and see how it looked. Both are just gonna knock me into holes, aren't they? Yeah. As will this. Try 35. Alright, I'll try that next round. Did her movement go up, or does it stay at 9? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's do it. Screw that guy. Nobody likes a healer. At least not an enemy healer. And I would rescue and send these guys over, but I'm not going to do it till the area is cleared out at least a little bit better. Because they're losing that speed and skill when they're choosing to rescue somebody, so it would end poorly. Also, I completely forgot to call the other guys back, so I'll do that next round. I should have asked, when you say 35, do you mean a 35% increase or put the transparency at 35%? Putting transparency at 35% would mean that it's less transparent. Adding 35% means it would be more transparent. Basically, the higher the number, the more transparent it is. It's just a rock. That'll be fine. chip damage things in here. I think all these ballista are rocks, aren't they? Even the last one. Yeah, the last one's a rock, too. Make it less transparent. Okay. Round 65. Gotcha. Change the borders on it too. That's what it looks like. I'm going to change the borders on it quickly because you can kind of see a bit of blue around it now. So I'll change that in a second, but how does it look for transparency now? Alright, Tabarn, you need to go back over here, hang out with your friends, because I don't want you stealing my experience. As fun as it is to watch him just annihilate everything that gets in the way, it's not very helpful right now. There's another one there. Actually, what we could do... a little sneaky sneaky. There, now they don't take the penalty for it. I'm not even sure if Brahm and Gautry can be rescued. I know Kieran can't because he's already on a horseback unit. I'm pretty sure Boyd can, but I guess we'll find out. Should be fine for this game. Alright, cool. I just need to change the borders on it. Yeah, even that'll work. Hopefully this won't freak out OBS by doing this, but, well, no, I guess I can switch back to picture 1. In terms of just saving it as a name, because I didn't save it as anything important. This picture 1 on my desktop, just to make sure. Yeah, picture 1 is just that, okay. Save this picture. 1. Sorry about the loud beep. It was asking me, do I want to replace the image? Can I rescue these guys? No, I don't think so. Meanwhile, let's get rid of these guys, because Ike's not very good for resistance in the hero part of his journey, rather than the vanguard. Actually okay with him clearing out a little bit of stuff. Alright. Last thing I'll mess with, unless something just all of a sudden looks really bad. There we go. Actually, I might just take the border off completely now that I've looked at it that way. I don't know, what do we think? Keep the goldenish brown border, or just take the border off completely? I'm kind of leaning towards take the border off completely. That's more of a stylistic preference than anything, though. God, Ike. That was beautiful. Teach that Bone Knight who's boss. Oh, hey, some Wyvern Knights. Oh, hey, look, a mage. And he's gone. That guy's gotta go. I can only take so many rocks being thrown at my head before I eventually just snap. Yeah, I'll keep the border then. Honestly, the more I've looked at it on the actual stream, it actually looks better there than it does on my window. So I'll keep it as is. At this point, we're pretty much done with the worst of the stage. Now they're just going to keep shooting rocks at us till we take out the ballistas. But since the rocks only do like 1 to 3 damage, it's not that big a deal. Alright, now if these guys get back in the fight, or try to, rather. It's not quite to the levels of Path of Radiance, but this game still does favor high mobility. Crap on these guys. What we can do... set up for that. Single Pegasus Knight player just thanked me for taking out a Wyvern with Pegasus Knight. But since I'm usually a Wyvern Knight player, I don't have anything. I have nothing to say to that. Cool. Nice, that's SS, correct? Yeah. I'm not keeping that archer alive while there's Pegasus Knights around. It's not gonna happen. Alright. Closed all the other windows. Alright. Now I can devote full attention back to this. And making sure that a healer dies next round. Ooh, good time for Soul to activate. In my experience with Soul, it usually only activates when you don't need it. When you're already at full or you're pretty close to full. Soul was never high on my list of Class 3 special abilities, though. It's all about that Astra, man. Astra's, it looks too cool to not want that, first and foremost. Like, a 5-round attack, that's insane. Fresh meat. Still not enough, huh? Alright. We'll be dealing with his ass shortly. Nice. Call it a hunch, but I have a feeling she's going to miss. Okay, good. It's like I'm hoping I'm wrong, but something tells me I'm right, that she will. I'm just gonna leave these two guys here. There's no way they're gonna be able to catch up in time. Their movement's too slow. That's the price you pay on a map that requires high mobility. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Not my hand axe. Not reinforcements. Anything but those. Cool. Class change him next time I get to the convoy where he is. Soul! Aw. Oh well. Also, I can't be the only person who thought this might be a spot you could visit and get something, or even this, after you beat the boss, but didn't seize the point. I would have, like, the first time I played, I would have bet my life that those 2 points were something you could have gotten, like an item or something, but no, neither one. And now I've got to restart the level. Awesome. Thanks, game. Appreciate you. Mr. 6% accuracy after I missed him the first time. Or he missed the first time, he got me the second time. Yay! All hail the conformity. Oh no, wait, I did battle save. Oh, thank God. I forgot I did that because I was afraid that she was going to miss whenever I threw a javelin at this guy. Oh, what a relief. That could have been a lot worse. I'm just going to stay here and not do anything this time. I should keep Ike up here. I don't even think this stage is bad, per se. I think the gimmick's actually kind of cool. It's just it takes forever to finish. That's the problem. The desert map's the same way. Like, the concept's fine. I have no problem with the concept. It's just, like, it annihilates some movement on characters like Horseback, where they go from, like, 9 movement to about 2. And while the concept makes sense, that also makes the stages take way longer than they would normally, so that's where the problems kick in. Left. Alright, we'll do this the old-fashioned way. Sure, we've gambled on worse. So I basically have to take a gamble here, in hopes that the guy that's on the podium, sitting right here, is not going to jump off of it. Unless I just get her ability. Nope. Yeah, so let's hope he just stays there like a good little boy and doesn't do anything. That'd be nice if he didn't. I'd appreciate it. Nah, he's gonna run away and heal. Alright, that's also fine. Especially since he stole that concoction from the boss. I like how it's technically called trading, but you can tell sometimes it's more like, oh, they just stole it from whoever. And it's always funny when they take it away from a boss that, you know, becomes immediately less threatening because they can't heal themselves anymore. Get you back up to 20 for later. Yeah, I guess we can do that. There we go. Take care of that nerd. Show off that there's actually nothing there. I know it looks like that you could visit that, it really does, but no, nothing. How great would it be if you could, though? Like, imagine what you get for completing this stage. Pretty much all you do get is his crossbow, the bosses, for finishing the stage. Let's see, level 1, level 3, level 3, 2, 1... 19, but she'll die from the crossbow. Yeah, I'll get the void. Why not? Enjoy it, my dude. It's a shame Boyd's not as good in Path of Radiance as he is here, because he's freaking insane in this game. Not that great as a fighter, but once he gets to class 3, you better watch out for him. He'll do some serious damage, and his accuracy is usually pretty strong to boot. Cool, thanks for the crossbow. Can he use that right out of the gate? Right, because crossbows don't have weapon levels. I keep forgetting that. So yeah, he can just straight up use it now. So I can pretty much give him the best crossbow in the game and not have to feel bad about it at all because nobody else can use it. Except for Mate. Well, no, because Nolan's not playable either. So I think it is just Boyd. I think Boyd has become our bowman. And he can only use the crossbows. So that's good. Not really. Unless he's fighting a Pegasus Knight, but since Pegasus Knights usually specialize in lances, he's got the weapon triangle edge on him anyway. He could probably beat him without the bow. Alright, so now it's time for the fun part of the game. And by fun, I mean the stages that will give you some difficulty even if you're playing on easy mode. And they're not going to get any better because of unit limits. These are going to be bar none the worst stages in the game for me. If I can get past this, I can get past the rest of the game. So now it's time to switch back to the Dawn Brigade units. Just give me a sec to move those around. And I'll help change how they look as well. Alright. Green ones. Make the font size for the red a little bit bigger, mostly because we have a lot of them there. Whoa, I didn't want it that. That was only a 1 font size difference, though it doesn't have a preset one. Can I make it a preset? No, I don't think I can. Alright, well that's as far as I can make it go, so we'll just do this instead. I feel like that red looks a bit off. Just in terms of how well you can see through it. I guess it looks alright there. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Like that. No, not like that. So the settings and whatnot are not as in the way if you're looking around on the settings and whatnot and upgrading, or not upgrading, but moving things around. That should make it a little bit easier. Well, actually, no, really, it didn't make any difference. I'll just leave it as it was. Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Don't forget the battle save. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. Alright, so Micaiah, Aaron, thanks for the boots. Soth, I appreciate it. Laura, Valug, and Edward, and that's pretty much it. Because Nahila's not here, and Vika's not here. Really, she wouldn't have been much help anyway. So it's basically 5 men against... 5 men, well, technically 3 men. 2 men, 1 Laguz, and 2 women against the world. Good God, this is gonna be bad. I'm actually not that great on this state, because this is the one with the boulders where you like push them off the cliff. I remember that. So basically, Aaron and Edward are going to be frontlining it with Valugan as backup, and the other 2 as healers, and that's about what we're getting in our lot in life. Alright, so first things first, what do we got? The Talkish. Interesting. Alright, so those are useless, that's useless. The elixir would be nice, but I can live without it. I need more experience. God, this is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. The upside for Aaron is at least strength and defense are capped for him, so he's not going to take a lot of damage. I need his speed to come up a lot, though, in the next 7 levels. Edward just class changed, so his stuff's still kind of low. I need his defense to come up, but if he gets really high speed, I may not need it. Laura looks actually pretty decent in stats. I might actually Master Crown Laura. Her magic's pretty close. And that's pretty much the only one I need left for that. Like, luck, you know, it's fine. Defense, it's not going to be high anyway, so what's the point? Resistance is plenty high. I might give her a level to try to get magic to 25 and then just send her up to Saint. Because I am considering it right now. Well, I consider that. Micaiah is at 3. Nothing's especially strong here. They're all missing points, but it's about the same area. But she's only level 3, so it's not too surprising she's not close to anything. Let's take a look at skills. Shade and Celerity. I can take Beastful off because there's no Laguz in this, so I can probably swap that out for something. Adept, Pass, Imbue. He has like bad for magic, right? 7. Actually, that might not be horrible for him. Adept would also be nice, though, because now he'd be hitting twice very often. His skill is capped. I think we'll go with Adept. Saber already has Adept, correct? No, he has Cancel Resolve. But really, he's fine on skills. I'm not worried about him. Laura, I could give... If I got her to Saint, I could give her more stuff, too. I could give her Pass, even though she probably wouldn't need it. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. In the meantime, if anybody's in chat, thoughts on whether I should class change Laura now or not. I'd probably try to give her one more level, maybe, to get magic capped, but it's pretty close to being capped. But skill and speed are capped, and I'm not too worried about anything else being especially low, except for maybe defense, but again, she shouldn't be in the line of fire anyway. So I'm thinking about using a Master Crown to get her up to Saint level 1 before this fight starts. So I'll use the bathroom, and just feel free to post your thoughts while I'm gone. I will be right back. Alright, there we go. Much better. And after thinking about it a little bit more, I'm going to agree with Chad on this one. I'm going to say, just go ahead and promote her now. Laura's never been great for endgame material, but if used in Part 3 and these 2 chapters the right way, she can make a gigantic difference. So, let's just do it now. I'm not even going to worry about getting her the extra point in magic. It's not the end of the world. Jeez, her resistance goes really far up when she gets to Saint. That's just ridiculous. Curious what the little thing about it is. Enlightened clergy granted power over the mighty light magic and staves. They employ the skill Corona. Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot they got Corona. Alright. Let's take one last look here. Fighting magic, mostly for heal staff stuff though. I'm gonna grab one more heal just in case. And I'm not going to be an idiot in these stages. If the vulnerary is like less than half, then I'm going to swap it out for one that's half or better. Iron, steel, steel, silver, short spear, javelin. All looks okay. Oh, and I can't forge. I was really considering doing that. There is silver stuff in here, and honestly, I think it's better off I take it. I'm not going to do the silver great lance because its accuracy is god-awful by comparison to the silver lance. It's down by 30, so I'll just take the normal one. Edward's probably fine because he's class 3. Laura... I'm gonna get a heal staff for her, probably. I think she'll be good in this stage, light magic-wise. I think she'll be okay with just the one. And I think her magic's now good enough to where heal will suffice to get a full heal. To where it's not gonna be the end of the world. So yeah, here's the thing, Dark. Really, I think Erin's the only person, I guess Erin and Micaiah are really the only two I'd want to give it to. She's a class 3 now, and he's a class 3, so there's no point wasting it on them. Valug, I'm probably not going to use that much, so no big deal. And, well, really, it's just those 5, right? Yeah, it's just those 5, so no need, no need. Might as well do it once, I guess. He has all of the grass. Yeah, he does. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Let's go make some mistakes. Lots and lots of mistakes. Oh, I totally forgot it was raining this stage, too. I gotta remember Tornado's gonna be over here, so I gotta send him back this way. Here, have a boulder. It's like Proton John's like a Wesker yodeling, not emote, but the notification. It's such a good emote too. If you've not seen it, I recommend checking it out. It's phenomenal. It's just, yeah, Wesker just like jumps out of a thing wearing like a, oh, what are they called? I can't remember the name of them now. Stick with Silver Lance. Oh, Lederhosen, that's what it is. He just comes out wearing Lederhosen, and it's just like yodeling, and Chris is just like at the top of a hill, just like trying to like plug his ears so he doesn't have to hear the yodeling. And then just screams, Wesker! And just punches a boulder that's next to him down the hill, and it runs Wesker over. It's great. I love it. It's some quality stuff there. I had a good idea last night for something I wanted to use for a raid, and now I can't remember what it was, which is a shame because it was actually pretty funny, if I remember correctly. I know one I could do, but it's... I know one I could do, but it's from a movie, so it probably wouldn't go over very well, but man, it would be really funny if I could use it. Go, Dragon Riders. Destroy all that you see. Alright, enemies, what you gonna do? Go pick on Aaron? Alright. Let me know how that works out for you. I expect Aaron to be targeted over Edward since he's class 2 as opposed to 3. But if anybody can be picked on a little bit more safely, it's going to be Aaron. Because of his stupid high defense. In theory, Edward won't get hit at all, but, you know... That's anybody's guess if he will actually dodge. He will probably dodge it unless it's a lance. If it's a lance, he'll probably get hit by it, would be my guess, just because of the weapon triangle. Hi. Let's just go ahead and let that staff break. If it sits in my inventory for too long, it's gonna just agonize me the whole time. He's probably just gonna be... Luke will just basically be there for backup. If somebody gets in a really bad spot and I can't heal for whatever reason, then I'll send him in. Curious why that ledge in the middle map exists since you'll never be fighting over there. I've actually made it over there before. It's just, like, they'll just go around it, so... I would love to be able to change the victory condition of this map to, like, a defeat all. That's what they should do for hard mode. They should make this a clear... It should be a route instead of defeat X amount of enemies. That would make it way harder. Well, really, the only part it would make insanely hard is if you couldn't get them to come over to the choke point on the right. If you just kind of had to run out there on the bottom left and just, like, form a wall or something, then it could be a bit of a pain. Alright, enemy phase. Dude, you can't reach him from down there. What is with this everybody running off to heal thing? I don't like this. Notice how he's getting, like, next to no experience now that he's in Class 3. Especially not against the Class 2 units. Nice, good hit. That was beautiful. I'll teach him to mess with you. It's like one of the few times where the ally units can actually hold their own relatively well, because they sure don't do it in the next stage. The next stage is like they retreat when they don't need to, or they heal when they don't need to. Probably should have waited on that, but eh. Alright, next. You can do it, allies. I believe in you. I saw your healers are getting attacked by the Pegasus Knights. Oh, there you go. That'll teach him. That may have not been the best call, but, you know, sure, you have fun doing that. Wyvern Ice is gonna swoop down and kill him, isn't he? You were fine where you were. Nobody could even hit you from there. Also, wow, an armored knight actually had enough speed to hit a Pegasus? I'm kind of impressed by that. Yep, there he goes. Oh, we missed. Oh, I missed. Like, nice job, Wario. What a hero to mankind. See, if this was like 3 endgame, or it was just like X amount of units have to die and it doesn't matter if they're allies, your units, or the enemy units, I'd be more okay with this happening right here, where it's just like, yeah, just knock out like 7 or 8 of them and just end the level faster. We still probably have to kill about 25 or so, if I had to guess. Since I wasn't paying attention to the number at all. Ouch. Yeah, I'm not surprised that happened. Yep, 21. That's a pretty decent guess. Well, since nobody needs to heal... There you go. You two can have a nice little conversation over there. I only swapped out to light for Laura just in case they tried to attack her. Since we have ranged weapons on our frontliners, it's possible. Though, it's more likely those guys are all dead. Healer up there is smart, he'll heal the archer right next to him. Or that could happen, sure. Luckily, even if they do all lose up there and they somehow manage to get up and around, the stage is going to end before that happens. So we have what now? About 18 left that we have to kill? Yeah, see, guys, that's why you didn't want to let them up there. You were holding them off pretty well where you were. You fool. Speaking of fools, here's this guy. Like, you're class 1 units, you shouldn't be going down here. Like, even my class 3 unit needs a little bit of help every now and again from the healers, so class 1 units are just gonna get obliterated. Alright. Let's try to clear out a little bit of room here. You shoot light around? No. I don't know why, but that little spot right here, you can't use range on it for some reason. No. You're not worth the physics staff. I'm sorry, Mr. Man. I am gonna back up, though, just in case that archer decides to, or the sniper decides to target somebody that he shouldn't. Yeah, I think we'll stay there. Good thing I got exactly 2 frontliners, because had I not, if I'd only gotten 1, this would have been incredibly tough. Just let the healer do his job. Don't keep running off to heal. You're going to be the best chance you have at actually damaging somebody. Because you can actually hit them. Well, you sort of walled them off here. Sort of. The problem is I guarantee at least one of those guys that's in front of me is toast, if not all 3. The soldier. I would have killed their healer, but okay, that's just me. Hi. I like how Edward now gets as much experience from killing enemies as he does just dodging a stray arrow that happens to go flying in his head. You got a steel poleaxe! Yeah, she'll totally be able to use that. Just look at her. She's built for that type of weapon, clearly. I'm just gonna leave Wind Edge on him, but not actually attack. And fine, I'll be nice. Because I'm not wasting physic, I'll use this on you. Is it physic or psychic? No, it's physic. Keep holding the line, men. Except for you. You guys don't know what you're doing. Look, there's 2 snipers up there, and you watch. Neither one of them's gonna fire a single arrow at that big knight. Alright, I'll give credit where credit is due. That guy probably deserved to die for just, like, having a healer just left out in the open. It would have been hard for me to pass that up, too. Oh, they actually did. Wow. Good job. It only took you losing about 80% of your army on that side for you to finally get some sort of cohesion. And then the guy up there is about to die. The second that main soldier dies, the healer's dead right after him, the snipers are in trouble, so... Yep, there goes the soldier. There goes the healer. It's almost like I know how this game works. Oh wow, they missed him? Are you serious? Wow. Good job, boys. Proud of you. And down he goes. The more I'm thinking about it, the more fun it would be to try to play this stage and just play till one side is completely gone. Because, like, you know at some point, like, if we did that, like, the yellows would be gone. They would definitely be gone. At best, you'd have a healer crying in the corner, praying for forgiveness for whatever deity he is committed a sin towards. Alright, so we gotta kill 5 more guys. We can survive that. I don't know about the allies, but the rest of us can survive that. Thank you for not being an idiot. More than you already were. I should have gone to the conditions screen to see how many allies we started with and how many we have now. Because I'll bet you it's probably a third of the number we started with. I was hoping the wiki page would tell me how many ally units there are. Nope. That's a shame. Oh well. Because right now we currently have 7! We have as many allies left as there are of our army, and keep in mind 2 of them can't be used, but that's still funny. Alright, so we gotta kill 4. Probably do that this round. There's 1. I'm gonna battle save anyway, but I think we can do it. There's 2. There's 3. Unfortunately, I ran out of units to use, so that's all I'm gonna get. But nobody's in a dangerous spot here, so can the allies manage to get 1 singular kill? The answer may not surprise you. Not even a little, actually. Oh, they actually did it. Wow. Good job on that 1 kill you needed. I just found it more funny. The sniper tried to go in and kill that one guy that was at super low health, missed, and then died as a result. Like, he was so close to surviving the fight, and he just, like, threw a shot that he should have made and died as a result. Alright. The moment you've all been waiting for. Well, yes, this is what the moment you've all been waiting for, is to refuse this guy's command. That's clearly what you've been waiting for. Saber, we've been fighting really hard for quite a while. Yeah, Leonardo, you've been fighting really hard lately. Thanks for the Tempest Blade, though. I appreciate that. In fact, I'll probably keep it on Edward now. In case things get really bad. That I'm definitely keeping on Laura, as if I'd keep the Steel Poleaxe. Alright, let's start from the basics. What do we got here? Storm Sword, Short Spear. Well, yeah, we're obviously taking that. Refuses command, then get a heads. That will probably happen. We won't know till part 4, but that is very likely to happen. Alright, I'm gonna put it in convoy for now, but obviously I'm gonna swap out one of Laura's things for that physics staff. Alright, now's where I actually gotta start playing kind of smart for once, because this stage is plenty difficult normally. How am I gonna do this? That is sorely tempting to just, like, try and smash him up the Sentinel. That is really tempting to do. The people that need the experience the most are Aaron and Vlug. Because Makai's gonna be in the back line, she can't get out of that green spot. Laura's in tier 3, so she'll probably be okay. Edward's in tier 3, so he'll probably be okay. These two are gonna be the ones that are gonna be in the most trouble. Particularly him. Because what I can also do is switch back skills to Beast Foe. Beast Foe was 10 somehow. I don't think it was. Lost 15. Alright, I gotta know. Nope, no Master Crown. I was gonna say, if we get him to 20, we could Master Crown him and get him to Sentinel 1. The problem is, outside of speed, he doesn't really need anything else, like, very badly, at least not for this stage. Because they're all Laguz units, he's not gonna need resistance. What he needs is to make sure he doesn't get double attacked. That's gonna be the problem. How many stats is he missing from capping? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because HP is included in that as well. I think he caps at 40 at Halberdier. Do I try to make Volug viable for one stage and one stage only? Because after this, like, this is the last stage before 3 endgame, right? Or at the very least, it's the very last day-in stage for part 3. And after this, he's pretty much not going to get used at all. Aaron might at least have a chance at getting used through part 4. Probably not through endgame, but for part 4, it's possible. But if I dump it all into Aaron, then that basically means I've got to have Edward on one side of the field and Aaron on the other, pretty much by themselves. Which the prospect of that is not fun. Can I forge a weapon here? No, of course not. I'm not wasting a speed wing on him. He's good, but he's not that good. Those are saved for endgame only, pretty much. I am really torn right now. I think I'm gonna take the risk. I'll, as the title says, I'll pay the price. Even though that was the previous chapter. The problem is Makai might also need that for... Yeah, I know I've got the sleep staff. The best part is Ike's resistance, because it's crap. You can actually put him to sleep and have a pretty good % chance to. Which is great if you're playing on easy, because then you could just go and send Nolan and Edward to kill him. And you can actually do it pretty easily as long as you watch out for Soren. The problem is, like, how much experience do I get between now and before Endgame Part 4 starts? Because, like, we've got this stage... and then the stages that are in Part 4 that Micaiah's in until she gets to Light Priestess. Which is only 2 stages in that section. Because it's a 6-stage area split up between the 3 teams. That said... I'll probably have most of my units that I want to use for endgame pretty close to where they should be. Because most of them are likely going to be Grail Mercenaries. Might throw in, like, Edward or somebody else in there. Most of them will be Grail Mercenaries, and they're already at Class 3. And they'll be at, like, mid-Class 3 by the time we're done with Part 4. Or near Part 4. only gonna go that far. And that was a good choice. That was speed on both. That was what I wanted primarily. That's enough to, like, hopefully keep him from getting double attacked. As long as he doesn't get double attacked, then I'm fine. But I really, really don't want him getting double attacked. Because if that happens, he's in some serious trouble. Alright, I'm going to take one more look over it, because this, again, this stage is rough. Is there anything else that I might need to take with me? She can't move off the green, so physics is the only thing that makes sense for her. Really, that's about all he could use, it's just the Olive Grass and the Pure Waters. 2 ranged moves, the Brave Weapon, a Forged Weapon, Calibolg if I get in a really bad spot. Iron, Steel, Silver, 2 ranged. Really wish I could forge a weapon for him. Actually, you know what? Just in case. These two are going to be frontlining it to the highest degree, so I need to make sure their weapons are good. As long as Aaron isn't doubled by tigers, he's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, though. If the cats double him, they're not going to do much damage, because A, they don't do a lot, and B, he's built like a truck. But if the tigers double him, then we've got a massive problem, because if he gets hit by double attacks, like, by 2 or 3 of them, then he's going to be in big trouble. See what I have to do here. Flip sides for support bonus for these two. Alright, here's hoping. Well, let's go ahead and save, I guess. A little matters. Alright, Laura goes there to block them off. Actually, show off if I can hit Ike from this far. I don't know. This is why I say it can be easy to beat Ike. Hit percentage with the sleep staff, 100%. And I'm kind of tempted to do it, actually. Make that decision in a second. Back to the same spot I was earlier. Don't want to try to put Ike to sleep in round 1. That actually has a decent chance to hit Soren. I guess that's because I haven't trained him, though. You think he can thin Laguza out enough to kill Ike? Maybe. I don't think it's so much an issue of thinning him out the bottom. I think it's if I throw one of my frontliners out there. If I throw, like, somebody out there and I don't pay attention to the backline enough, that's when I get into trouble. So I'm not going to do it. So that'll stop him from jumping up the side. I'm pretty much leaving the ballista sections there, I'm leaving them to die, basically, because there's not enough spots to hold the very front of the line, like where the staircases are. Normally I would put Edward and Nolan on one side, and Jill and Edward on the other. Or some combination of Aaron, Nolan, Edward, and Jill. And then they can hold, like, the first 4 lines. And in the front, you put Torneo with a ranged weapon, or Torneo and Soph, or Torneo and Laura. And that was, like, good enough to hold the line. And once it got thinned out, you could just, like, you know, send out whoever you wanted and cover it up with anybody else that's a bit weaker, like Valug. The one issue I'm going to run into is it really would have helped to have exactly one more person. Even if they were completely useless in battle, one more person would have made the difference here. Not in picking the front line, but for the strategy I'm going to try to use. So what I'm going to try to do is keep these 2 points blocked by Aaron and Edward. And if I can thin out the front, then I can. But I need 2 people here, and I have Valug for 1. If Micaiah could come off the green, but she can, I'd put her here and put Laura there, and that would block all the points. I can't justify using the Tempest Blade right there. That's definitely going to have to just get used on the Hawks to stop them from getting too far. Nice. Good level. And I might as well try to get Micaiah levels where I can. I don't want her to fall too far behind, so if I can get her even like 2 or 3 levels in this fight, then that would make the difference. The green line from the Eagles. Yeah, I know, that's the problem. The Eagles kind of make this hard. Really, if it was like the other day in stage where it's just the Tigers and Cats, it would not be hard at all. So now that that ally unit is gone, the one that was next to Aaron, I'm going to push him back 1 square to the left. Because that'll block not only the sides, but also 2 of the 3 points that are in that little pit down there. But I gotta wait till next turn to do that. And then I'll kill whoever's standing there with the wind edge, if there is somebody standing there. Nice, good. That's what I'm also hoping. I'm hoping the Ballista are gonna do the job on this one. Normally I hold the front line so far out that they can't really do anything, but this time I'm gonna need them to do something. That's what I'm worried is going to happen repeatedly, though, is Blue's just going to get battered around by enough people there where he's going to be dead. Oh, there goes the sniper. I'm impressed that guy's held out there that long. I could try abusing the allies, but I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do. If the secondary line is what needs to hold, I'm not sure if they're going to be smart or not, or what they're going to do, so we'll find out. Because there's nobody currently down in the pit, and I think... Oh, he actually can get pretty far. But I think they're mostly going to deviate towards Edward. I'm going to try to help this grow a little bit more. Need that. was going to try to do a full shift, but I don't think there was enough time on that. I'm going to try to keep the bulky characters alive, since they have a better chance of taking more than one hit. Yeah, because if they don't, I'm afraid that's going to happen. I'm afraid they're going to jump up the green line, and then somebody else is going to be able to jump up right there next to them. I'm going to have to cheat slightly here and leaving Tornado and Soth where they are, but I feel like it's a little bit warranted on this one. Because, like, even if I could move the, like, even if I did relegate them to cheerleading duty officially, like, there's really not a great spot to move them in this board. There's, like, little cubby holes on the left and right, but they get ambushed by reinforcements later on, so... that was close. The problem is I know the second that last ally unit is gone, they're going to be all over Edward. He's going to have to heal Edward. I can't waste Laura's turn. I need to get rid of that guy or heal him. One of the two. If I have to redo this one, and I probably will, I might go a little bit farther back just because of this section over on the left right here. Like right here. I don't know what they're going to do when that comes up. Maybe they'll be smart, maybe they won't. That. Hopefully the allies will be a little bit better about not letting that happen again. So now I have to play a gamble game basically. Do I kill this guy with Edward and let Aaron take the spot so he can get past these two? And, you know, he's going to be left open to a bunch of stuff. I don't think it's the smart thing to do. Try to slow him down that way. I think next time I do this, I'll put 2 people here, 1 person here to block off those 2, and then that will be 3 of the 4 that I've got. And then the 4th will be like here or here, or maybe I'll even put them down here to try to stop that from happening. That'll probably be Edward here or Aaron here. Whichever one I didn't put here. Healer here. Yeah, that probably would be the better strategy. I'm gonna try this, but I don't think it's gonna work, so... I might slightly delay what's gonna happen here. I just wish they were smart enough to heal them before they just up and ran off like that. Thank goodness those ballistic can one-shot the crows. This is where the problems are going to kick in. He basically can only get hit one more time. The good news is he's got skills out the ass, so he might be okay. That resolve is really going to come into play and upping his speed even higher than it already was. I don't want to have to play like I'm going to use the resolve the entire fight, because that would be a tremendous pain in the butt. But in a weird way, it's almost easier. Like, it's easier but more risky. It's really weird. Yeah, there he goes. Alright. Then we'll go with the other strategy I had. As soon as the game would like to load. There you go. Alright, so... I'm just gonna flip, basically. I'll put Aaron there, Laura there. And Edward will be here. Actually, I might have Edward only on this side. Micaiah will just heal him as necessary. Might have all three over there. Faster going this way. So I've got time to block off that back area. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best way to do it. If any way works, it's going to be this way. So Aaron's going to play defense here for the entire game. Laura's going to be here and Beluga will be here. Edward's just going to stay where he is. These three are going to be here to try to block that green line. Yeah. Alright. This map is fun during a female-only run. I mean, really, I feel like Jill would be your MVP for that one. Like, you'd have to really utilize her well. Because everybody else would be too frail on this side of the team. Because you got three mages with Micaiah, Laura, Ileana. And then you have Jill, and I think that's actually all the female characters you have at that point. Part of me is kind of debating what to do with the AI. Or ally units, whichever you prefer. It's like, do I leave them to their own devices? That's probably the best thing to do just because of the ballista up top. Oh yeah, Meg, I forgot about that. Meg could be useful if you're doing female only if you're playing it on easy. She's actually not terrible when she gets to, Marshall. Almost like Gold Knight. She's not bad when she gets to Marshall. It's just her level ups and stat growths are weird. They don't fit the typical armored sword unit type. I'd completely forgot Meg existed. That's probably for the best, though. We're probably fine on waiting for him to get up to 30, honestly. Because the reinforcements here take several turns. Go for that guy, because I don't like him. Oh, and Fiona. Yeah, no, she's useless. I don't much care for the Silver Knights in this game, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because of how strong Oscar is in the prequel to this. He's not very good here. I don't know what it is about the Silver Knights in particular. I think it's because they don't have quite the strength the Axe Knights have, and they don't quite have the critical rates that the Bow Knights do. But none of them are good. Like, Joffrey's not good, Fiona's not good, they're just, none of them are. Like, I feel, even if you got Fiona up to Silver Knight here, I don't think she'd be that viable. Like, bad growth rates combined with the fact you get her a little bit late, like, if you're playing on easy, at least, she'd be viable if you got her a couple chapters prior to when you actually do get her. If you got her, like, about when you got Aaron, then there would be, like, a slight usability factor, but not much. And there goes the sniper. The left side held up a lot better than the right side did. Surprised they didn't go after that fire mage right there. Just didn't want to take the bonus damage. I feel like between 2 hits, they could have gotten him pretty easily. It also really does not help that half of your ally units have, like, throwing weapons and whatnot. They'd be better off just sticking with, like, steel lances, or steel weapons, rather. I'm not gonna pass up the chance to kill or damage that cat right there. Thanks! That's going into the convoy, unsurprisingly. I don't think anything's like an immediate... Yeah, that one's the closest, and it's probably gonna get wiped out by the ballista next round. Oh right, you can't target your allies with that, for whatever reason. Yeah, stick with Steel Great Lance. Alright. Let's watch the remainder of the allies that are not behind my my character's lines. Just get absolutely annihilated here. I don't think any of them are going to survive the round unless they're behind my units. And they're not stupid enough to jump down there. Hopefully the healers won't be. Like, the ally healers would be really nice to keep alive. But that will be entirely dependent on if they decide to be smart and stay where they are, or are stupid and try to run down, like, the middle of the line, thinking, oh yeah, this'll work. The only ones that might survive are going to be, like, the heavy tank units, and that's only if I heal them, or their allies heal them. But they're going to have to be getting healed every turn to stay alive. Speed, skill, HP, not bad. Did that guy take no damage just then from that cat? Wow. Oh, never mind about the ballista, I guess. Sure, I'll be nice. Try to keep yourself alive, buddy. Also gets me a level, so I guess that's something. Yep, that's pretty much all we can do right now. We are definitely playing a let them come to me game. Though I probably shouldn't try to heal my allies if I want the experience. Like, I'm taking a risk in getting the experience, but if those 3 stay alive and they don't retreat, then they're going to be the primary targets for pretty much everybody that comes up here. The only way that one of my characters will get targeted is if there's no spot left for them to target those 3. Which is exactly what just happened. Hi. The thing is, though, since we have 2 ally healers on either side, they're probably going to get healed regardless, so I might as well do it for the experience. If I don't need to heal my own characters, obviously. All the ones that are untransformed are just running away. That's funny. Actually, I guess we could attack this round. Edward could just heal himself. Woohoo, point and res. Working, honey. So many wagging tails, right? You play this normally with all your units. Usually there's like almost nobody left in the map by this point. It's like I got stuck into a trance there for a second. I was just like watching what was happening, not saying anything at all. Alright, well most of them are gone now. I don't know if they retreated or died. I think one of them retreated. I don't know what happened to the other guy. It's like someone just finally realized that there was a character there. Like, oh hey, this guy's here. Ouch. 76, alright, let's go with Silver Lance, I guess. That sneeze hurt my shoulder. Here. Keep staying down there as a meat shield. I'll try to heal you as best I can. She still has Paragon, so she still has double EXP. And I did not... Oh, no, I did take advantage of it. I got Corona. That's right. I was going to say I didn't take advantage of her getting the extra slot. But, no, we're good. I probably should have moved Edward back to there. Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter. It's still one space regardless. Hey, you got someone! Good job, random soldier. Oh, you're just gonna stay up here now and just take pot shots at everybody? Alright. That ballista knows he should probably try to save me, because if I lose... If, in reality, if Edward died there, he would be completely screwed. He would retreat or die. Hi. Please let that resolve save me. That would be nice. I would appreciate it. Come on, Edward. You have 30 speed. You have 30 speed with resolve. You should be able to not get hit for one round. Nope. Didn't think so. Maybe I'll try flipping sides. Maybe I'll put Aaron over there. I doubt it will change anything, but maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know if they, like, targeted Edward because he was closer, or they just, like, genuinely didn't notice Aaron, because it felt like they just didn't even realize he was alive for a while. Alright, allies. Serve your country well as you're about to get a purple heart for dying in battle. I think that's actually wounded in battle, not killed in battle. Alright, thanks, Sora. I am more likely than not going to need that luck, yes. This is going to be bad. This is going to take a while. This is definitely the last one I'm playing for the night, the last stage, that is. In fact, this might be the last attempt, and if I fail, then next time I'll do this in, Endgame 3. Because that stage, while easier, is still, you have to be careful on it, because there's a lot of enemies. I don't know what it is about the right side, not being able to hold the defensive line at all. But they just really can't hold the defensive line at all. It's like they're the Dallas Cowboys or something. And I can say that because I'm a Cowboys fan, so that is not a jab at the Cowboys from somebody who hates them. That's more like a, you guys, I enjoy what you do, but you should start playing better. Actually, let's just do this. Screw that guy. That was a much better level than the last one was. Like that bird's asleep and just still flying in the air. Yo, you're not gonna hit the target that was asleep? Oh, whatever. It's like, he has no range, he can't get up there at you, I don't know what you're doing. I guess he was waiting for that, maybe? Absolutely destroy those birds. The sniper, even the sniper on the right side doesn't have the defense the one on the left did. At least he survived and ran. He only took like 6 damage per hit. The other guy took 14. He took over double the damage the first one did. Yeah, maybe the units on the left just are slightly stronger than the ones on the right. Because that's, like, that's a pretty big difference. Sure, they both die, but when you consider just in raw terms of power, that's a big gap right there. So it looks like putting Aaron on the right might have been the correct call here. So now I'll just eat away and watch as the ally units once again get decimated. Make sure you're taking the time to eat, kids. It's important. You can make it, buddy. I believe in you. He lied. He's either deal with him now or deal with him whenever it was his turn, so might as well deal with him now. Is it just made for pizza, or spicy Italian sausage, like, not even remotely spicy at all? And I'm not even, like, I don't really go for spicy that often. But even this is, like, maybe 1 or 2 steps above pepper, which is not, like, pepper barely noticeable. So it's noticeable, but not enough to be like, wow, that's kind of spicy. But then again, when I have a mom that can't handle spice at all, like, even pepper's too much for her, so... She very much prefers it, not bland, but without that kind of spice. Oh, that's wind sound effects that are coming from me. I kept trying to... It sounded like something was howling outside, like dogs were howling outside, or like maybe there was a fire engine or something in a very distant area, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be the wind blowing in the game. It's because I had my actual TV on, so it sounded like it was in a different spot, because it was. Alright, let's just get rid of that guy. Don't even bother taking the risk on it, honestly. I'm probably fine, but on the off chance I'm not. That's a good chunk of experience when you have Paragon on. Holy cow. I guess in theory I could back Edward all the way up to where Beluga is, like 1 space below him, and attack from there and have Laura be right next to him and use light if I really needed to. Meanwhile, in the world of people running away and dying, he had just enough energy to kill him and then he transformed back. Nice. Why? Between Beast Foe and the critical, I'm pretty sure that was well over 120 damage. Enjoy your 1 point in HP, Aaron. You've earned it. That really does sound like dogs are howling outside. I mean, I guess there's like the phrase, the wind is howling, so... Shouldn't be that surprised by it. Play a little bit smarter here, I guess. As important as it is to get the attacks in and kill them, the weapon levels for the staff is more important than it is for the light magic, so I should at least get it up to, yeah, to where it can be at B, and then if I need to use the arm scrolls for the remainder of them, then I can. I'm sure Purge will likely run out in this battle, which is fine. I guess I could technically keep 1 use on it, and then bring it all the way to endgame if I really wanted to, but I would probably just take Rex Aura if I had a choice, since it's such high damage. I know Purge is range, but like it's really not that strong in the hands of Akaya. Light Magic's not strong anyway. So it might be best to not even worry about it. I can go a bit insane with the physics staffs here, since this is the last time we'll use the day in units until part 4. Jeez, he just got one-shotted. Way to show him who's boss. Alright, there's gonna be at least 2 more coming after him this round. survive this. You got Resolve and 29 speed. You just gotta hang on long enough for me to be able to heal you at the start of the next round, and then you're okay. I do think that was the smarter choice, though, keeping him on the left and Aaron on the right. That right side's more vulnerable for whatever reason. I'm not gonna help the allies till I help me. Edward's more valuable to me than those nobodies. Good throw. Good stab. Good miss. Good teamwork. Good critical. Good points all around. Good job realizing that you could do bonus damage against something. Most ally units aren't that wise. So it looks like we took out enough of them where we're not going to have to deal with them too much. For a little bit, at least. That really looked like he was not in range to be able to even get to that guy, but whatever. Well, that was fun. Casually tank through those like they were nothing. Yeah, I think we might have gotten through the worst of it, actually. I think we might be good. Like, sure, reinforcements will appear, but you start with such a big bulk of them at the beginning there that that's where the real issues are. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to the last perch one just in case, but I'm not too worried about it. Missing 10, missing 13. Alright, we'll give us the end. Oh, his biorhythm's like super low, though. I didn't even realize that. That might have been part of the reason he had issues dodging. It's not being an issue now, though. Even if there does have, like, even if a sudden influx of enemies comes in, by the time it does, he's going to be back up to at least a normal biorhythm. So he'll be alright by then. Meanwhile, someone hasn't learned. Feed me that experience. Oh, it doesn't cap at 40. Maybe it caps at 45 since it's a soldier unit, not a Myrmidon. I swear it might have been the older games, but I think it capped even lower. Well, no, because it only went to 2 classes for that one. I think it capped at 30 for every class. In like the original ones would always cap at 30 for the main ones, like Myrmidon, Fighter, and Soldier. And then I swear for class 2 it would cap at a slightly different one for Warrior, but that was it. Nice. Who's there to even heal? Oh, Aaron for 1 point? Aaron, I like you, buddy, but I really don't think it's worth wasting a physics stat to give you 1 hit point. If it was Edward, I'd consider it, but since it's Aaron and he's not going to take hardly any damage anyway, I think we'll be fine without it. Yeah, way to go 313 Archer. You critical that guy. Shomu's boss. Freaking 313 Archer. Like, what is this guy? Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from, Cotton Eye Joe? It's getting to that time of year where I'm, like, have the itch to play Dokapon again. Apparently I don't have enough self-respect in my life. Be like, maybe you should not play Dokapon. That game's evil. Hey, tiger. And, oh, well, no, he actually survived. Barely. Survived by the skin of his teeth. Oh, right, because there's no ballista there anymore. That's why he went up there. Because the archer fucking jumped off the ballista like an idiot. Why did he do that? Maybe we can get him right. Get out of here. Think you're doing, boy. I'm gonna try to keep you alive down there, Mr. Archer, but no promises. Oh shoot, I should've gone after the crow. Well, I gotta hope he does then, because otherwise we're dead. Might as well. His biorhythm must be going down, because he's got worse accuracy, yeah. I like the idea of biorhythm, but holy cow, can it be frustrating sometimes when all you need is the biorhythm to be higher. Because they impact you so heavily. It feels like they shouldn't impact you that much. Oh, hey, thanks. I probably didn't need that, but I appreciate it. Dude! Moron. Alright, well, that's game, then. Or not? Okay, he could have ended the game right there. All he did was fly up into the green, and it was over. Dumb mistakes made on both sides. The ballista, like, I didn't pay attention to him, so I made a mistake, and then the ally archer hopped off, so he made a mistake, and then the crow didn't go to end the level for his team, so he made a mistake. Everybody's screwing up. And there goes the other ballista. Wonderful. Alright, what turn are we on now? 10. Man. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. That's the big problem gone. I'm just gonna be nice. I'll just go and save his life. You're welcome, by the way. Now get back on the ballista and actually start helping us here. You might want to be a little bit more careful, though I appreciate you taking the hit for me, because otherwise that probably would have been enough to end the game right there. Alright, there you go. All your little pals down there are gone. You're at full. Get back up on the ballista. Or you could just hang down there. That's cool too. Alright. Yeah, they're just gonna keep cracking at that guy till he's gone. Hey, nice. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get the Sentinel this round, but that's alright. He held down the fort, and that's what I needed him to do, so I appreciate the effort, Aaron. I feel like he probably got most of the kills that fight. Titania, Oscar, Boyd, Rolf, Mia, Mist. And those two as well. Alright, just 2 more turns, that's all we gotta do to survive. Let's turn in next. She's still got 5 levels just from healing, pretty much, so... By and large, good work there. No, oh, it's just, right, it's just a crap biorhythm. I forgot. And I need those guys to stay where they are. And deflect at least some of the firepower off of me. At least one more healer left. I think the other guy's still alive. I don't know where he went, though. Yeah, thanks for coming down to help now that it's, like, the penultimate turn here. All I gotta do is make sure that one of my upgraded Dan units does not get near me, because if that happens, then it's GG. So I might have to pull back a little bit on the right side, depending. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Situation's under control. Sorry for doubting you, Edward. Since you just cracked that guy's head open like it was a melon. Shinnon, Gotri, and Reese. Yeah, the only person I'm really scared about being able to reach me is Boyd. I'm gonna battle save and take the chance because I kind of want to get a kill on this tiger. And since I got the train advantage, I might be okay. Hope to God I'll be okay. Alright. That's probably health-wise about as good as we're gonna get for the allies. And if they can deflect enough fire, I think we're okay. As long as Boyd doesn't pull out some crap and, like, critical me with a hand axe or something. I'll be very angry if he does. You better not do it. Oh my god, that did a lot more than I thought it was going to. Well, yeah, probably. Oh, no, that was enough to kill me. Alright, good thing I battle saved. Freaking Boyd, man. Why you gotta be like that? I gave you, like, all that praise earlier. I was like, yeah, he's actually really good in this game. And then he uses that praise to just annihilate Aaron. After Aaron had taken, like, next to no damage from everything else. Alright, fine, I'll back up a couple spaces and stay away from Boyd. The weenie. Really, we'll probably just, like, go here. That's not who I meant to heal. Wouldn't that have been funny if that 1 HP would have actually been enough to survive that hit from the tiger, though? Oh, that would have been freaking... That would have been the icing on the cake right there. So I guess the thing is, if I had given Aaron one more level, I probably could have gotten him to Sentinel 1. I don't know if that would have been enough to survive the Wrath of Boyd. It probably would have been, since you get, like, such a good level out of it. But it would have been interesting to see what would have happened. Instead, that guy's about to get flattened like a pancake. Yep, there he goes. other unit who couldn't get far enough forward because they got stuck. We did everything we could. I mean, no, we didn't. We could have used Nolan, Zahark, Tornado, Fiona. We had more options. Just couldn't use them for other reasons. So here are some people. They've come to help. They've come to prevent us from getting annihilated, is basically what happened. Cripes, that was, honestly, as much as I'm giving flag for it, I thought it was going to be way worse than that. I thought it was going to be much, much worse. So yes, a piece of parchment forced me into this war. Isn't it great? Though they do say the pen is mightier than the sword. And you can still stab someone with a pen. You got a silencer! Oh goody! I'll be glad to use that on all my archers. Oh wait. I think I'm gonna forgo all the junk here and probably just call it for tonight. So let's find a raid target. So I'll just go ahead and save as is. And if you'd like to see more from my channel or more Fire Emblem, then you're in luck. I'm having a friend do the prequel to this game, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Blind, and she'll be starting that, well, not starting it, but she'll be continuing it tomorrow at 5:30 or 5, one of the two. It'll probably be 5:30. 5:30 Central Standard Time, same channel. So you can stay tuned for that. In the meantime, though, let's see who else is streaming. Ooh. Majora's Mask Rando, you say? I will always support Majora's Mask. It is the best game of all time. That's a lie. It's really not. But I still like it a lot. Oh, right. I keep doing that. I keep doing the exclamation mark, because that's the other commands. There we go. Good job, me. Proud of you. Either way, I hope to see you guys tomorrow for more Path of Radiance Blind, or some stuff later in the week. We'll be doing this at the same time next week, so it'll be Saturday at probably about 6:30 or 7. In the meantime, thank you all for watching, and enjoy the raid on Majora's Mask Rando. See if it'll actually do that again. I don't think it did.
I might have messed it up because I asked her about a reservation earlier. She's gonna remember. She's gonna be like, "Don't gaslight me. I already kicked you out to the streets." Oh, yeah, I messed it up. Okay.
He's actually not doing too bad on items. He's missing a lot of masks, though. Holy cow.
That's okay, Jillian. I hope your project goes well. I bet you're gonna keep going. Thank you so much for the follows, you guys. Okay.
They may not have any sort of raid message. Oh well. I'll see you guys later this week.
Does that sound like a plan?
Or I guess technically it'll be next week. Oh well. Take care, guys.